All right, I'm looking at other clues by Sam. Let's see how we do finding the criminals and innocents today. Exactly 0 innocents to the right of Oscar are neighboring Wally. So anyone right of Oscar that's neighboring Wally is a criminal, which includes Ruby and Steve. Okay. Both criminals above Zara are connected. Okay, there's 2 criminals up there that are connected. Hilda is one of 2 innocents in between Erwin and Isaac. Between Erwin and Isaac, Hilda is in it. Well, there's only 2 people in between them, so they're both innocent. Okay. There are as many criminal builders as criminal pumpkins. Criminal builders. So Carol, Bruce are the only 2 builders, I believe. There's 2 builders and 3 pumpkins. And we know there's at most 1 criminal builder because Bruce is innocent. So there can only be 1 criminal pumpkin. Okay, well, that's not super helpful yet. One of the 2 innocents neighboring Zavi is Logan's neighbor. One of the 2 innocents neighboring Zavi is Logan's neighbor, which would be Terry. We also know there's 2 criminals above Zara, and they're connected. So Isaac has to be one of those. I didn't ask to be a pumpkin. Okay, and then Donna and Martin are one of each. One of 2 innocents neighboring Zavi is Logan's neighbor. That was Terry, but there's 1 more innocent neighboring Zavi, so we know Wally and Zara are one of each. Okay. There's criminal builders, criminal pumpkins. There's 1 criminal pumpkin already, so Carol has to be a builder, or Carol, who is a builder, has to be a criminal, and the other pumpkins have to be innocent. Very nice. Okay. I actually did ask to be a pumpkin. Didn't know she was a witch, though. Okay. I have more innocent neighbors than Zavi. We can hide that, too. More innocent neighbors than Zavi. Well, Zavi is going to have 2, because Terry plus 1 of Wally and Zara. So Erwin has to have more than 2 innocent neighbors. Erwin already has 2, so it's not too surprising. Okay. Exactly 1 clerk has a criminal directly to the right of them. Okay, where are the clerks? Logan and Steve? One of them has to have a criminal to the right, which has to be Logan, because Steve already has an innocent to the right. So, criminal, Donna is innocent. I once dated a pumpkin farmer. I wish I was a pumpkin, okay? Row 2 has more innocents than any other row. Row 2 has 3 innocents, so no other row can have 3 innocents. Therefore, Alice must be a criminal. Martin has exactly 2 innocent neighbors. Martin, he already has 2, so therefore Logan is a criminal. I'm a criminal, then Julie is not innocent. Well, you are a criminal, Logan, so Julie is also a criminal. If I'm innocent, then so is Wally. Well, you're not innocent. But she's saying if I'm innocent, then Wally is innocent. But it doesn't necessarily mean that if she's a criminal, Wally's a criminal, right? Just because if I'm innocent, so is Wally, doesn't mean that if I'm not, Wally's not. I don't think it necessarily works that way. But maybe. Okay, so Erwin has 2 innocent neighbors. But Zavi's going to have 2. Erwin has to have 3. Kevin has to be innocent. Okay. There's an odd number of criminals to the right of Vince. Well, we know 1 of Wally and Zara is a criminal. If Zavi was a criminal, you'd have 2, which would be even. Zavi must be innocent. Donna, look, I'm a pumpkin painter now. Will you model for me? Okay. Oh, so that's Zavi must be the former pumpkin farmer who's now a pumpkin painter. I bet that's what's going on there. Okay, anyways. I wonder if this is supposed to mean that Wally is a criminal, but No, we know something else. Row 2 has more innocents, has 3 innocents. Row 5 can only have 2 innocents, and Wally and Zara are 1 of each. So Vince is a criminal. There are more innocents than criminals below Flora. So Wally has to be innocent. Okay, so we were right not to listen to Julie. There we go. Okay, nice. So I'm guessing that if you tried to do something off of that clue for Julie, it was going to tell you that you didn't know that yet. But yeah, because it won't let you do things that you can't know yet, basically. Use or just guess, effectively. All right, but not too much trouble. Got it in just a little over 4 minutes. So let me know if your name was in the grid today and whether you were criminal or innocent and how your solve went. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.